Next reader is Fatima from Pakistan, who is currently pursuing her master's in literature from Kinnaird College University in Lahore. Please welcome Maham.
Hello, everybody. Firstly, thank you, Agnes Scott College, for this opportunity. I will be reciting two poems. One is by me and one is not by me. So the first poem is called Ode to Poetry, and it basically highlights the importance of poetry in my life. So here goes. An endless commotion of words and utterances appears before the cloudy canvas of my mind, waiting to be arranged like beads in a bracelet. My productive thoughts attend to my fading spirit like twinkling stars attend on a waning moon. When my disconcerted heart gives in to its misgivings, and the scalding lava of unexpressed feelings transforms into a seething inferno of dejection. And right when I'm about to be driven into oblivion, my pen holds me more strongly than I could ever hold it. The lyrics of poetry pour out of me, paving way for a bolus of unsatiated desires. The ecstasy of creativity spears through my body. Stirring epiphanies thaw the underpinnings of my icy exterior, and the walls I erected, oh, so profusely, dash to the ground. A cool wave of elation altogether snuffs the fire and frustration, till euphoria becomes me, and I become my old sane self. And this second poem is called The Ghagra in Spate. It's by K.K. Daruwala, and I'm dedicating this poem to the flood victims in Pakistan. And I hope I do justice to this poem. And every year, the Ghagra changes course, turning over and over in her sleep. In the afternoon, she's a gray smudge, exploring a gray canvas. She's overstewed coffee. At night, under a red moon in menses, she's a red wheel across the spine of the land. Driving at dusk, you wouldn't know there's a flood on. The landscape is so superbly equipoised, rice shoots pricking through, a stretch of water and light, spiked shadows, inverted trees, kingfishers, gulls. As twilight thins, the road is a black stretch running between the stars. And suddenly at night, the north comes to the village, riding on riverback. 20 minutes of a nightmare spin, and fear turns phantasmal as half a street goes churning in the river belly. If only voices could light lamps, if only limbs could turn to rafted bamboo. And through the village the Ghagra steers her course, thatch and dung cakes turn to river scum. A buffalo floats over to the rooftop where the men are stranded. 3 days of hunger, and her udders turn red-rimmed and swollen with milk extortion. Children have spirit enough in them to cheer the rescue boats. The men are still life subjects oozing wet looks. They don't rave or curse, for they know the river's slang, her argot. No one sends prayers to a wasted sky, for prayers are parabolic. They will come down with the plop anyway. Instead, there's a slush stampede outside the booth where they are doling out salt and grain. 10 miles to her flank, peasants go fishing in rice fields and women in chauffeur-driven cars go looking for driftwood. But it's when she recedes that the Hagra turns bitchy. Sucking with animal heat, cross eddies diving like frogmen, and sawing away the waterfront in a paranoid frenzy. She flees from the scene of her own havoc, arms akimbo, thrashing with pain. Behind her, the land sinks, houses sag onto their knees in a farewell obeisance. And miles to the flank, the paddy fields will board their fish till the mud enters into a conspiracy with the sun and strangles them. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing those two beautiful poems. Our next reader is Aram Saddiqui, who is a PhD student in the Department of English at Aligarh Muslim University in Aligarh, India. I mostly read and seldom write, she declares. Writing is really difficult, I feel. Most of my poems, but from personal experiences, and I feel happy when people still relate to them. When she doesn't write, she paints, and her dream is to teach literature and engage with it in the most intricate and profound ways possible. Please unmute and share your poems with us.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. First of all, it's an honor to be a part of such an august gathering over here. And I would like to thank the organizers for including me among such a great list of people, poets. I don't know if I'm even a poet, and I can see my teachers are there over here. Basudhara Roy, whom you all have heard, she's a great poet indeed, and all of you. But I don't know. In fact, I'm shivering as I speak this because since the event has begun, I have been choosing which poem I should recite. And I'm still confused, but I have one in front of me, so I'm going to read that. Um, um, this poem is actually, it was written a few years back. You all must be aware of the situation in India. Um, and generally, I write very romantic poems, and, not much of, writing about all the blood and gore that we see around us. But something in my country, something was there few years back, I should say. But then COVID-19 came as a boon, I would call it, because it just kept us away from that kind of fear that we had, that the Muslims would be removed from India. They would not be granted any citizenship anymore. So, during those times, I was filled with so much fear, literally, that I used to wake up every morning and I would collect all my documents, lest I would have to move out of the country in which I was born. So this poem is inspired from those feelings of those days. So here it is. I feel a shiver in my spine, a shiver in my limbs. I cannot breathe. These thoughts of what will happen, how will it happen, how soon? Will they come for me? When will they come for me? I shiver at the separation, at the imagined cries of my loved ones who would want my body back. I shiver at the silent cracks of heartbreaks at my death. I shiver at how they blame the ones who died because they never speak. Their collars white as snow, with not a drop or stain, drawing patterns of their cunning conspiracy. I shiver at how the families still search despite confirmed deaths, awaiting a limb, a shirt, a bone. Can you tell me which place in this world is safest for humans, where women are never violated, where bread earners are not bombed way back home, innocents never lynched, the old never abandoned, children never shooted except in games they fake with toy guns, where there is no religion, only God. Tell me that place, take me with you. I fear I'm numb. Is that a siren? When will they come for me? Or how soon? If you've ever loved me, or love me now, or will ever love me, please tell me so that I may die in peace. Is that a siren? Thank you.